Welcome to Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas. I'm Joshua Jacob. On today's show, we have a very special guest, singer, songwriter, and frontman of the legendary Christian metal band Stryper, Michael Sweet. Welcome, Michael Sweet, to Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.
What's going on, man? That's a lot of words to get out there, but you don't have to. I'm just a regular schmo. You could describe me as that. Regular schmo, Michael Sweet. That's
Oh man, well you're legendary. I mean, wow, it's such a blessing to have you on the show. I mean, I since the early '90s I grew up listening to your music, and this is definitely a blessing to have you on the show and hear your story. So,
well, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me. I don't feel legendary ever. I never have in my entire life.
wow,
Uh,
really?
but
Okay.
but thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. And we've been around for a long time.
you
So
have.
if that's the definition of legendary, then I guess maybe we are legendary. We sure have been
You
around for a
yes.
long time.
That's why yeah, definitely why I said legendary because you guys have been together for a long time. God has definitely blessed you guys tremendously to be together for a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now we before we get into your new project, the master plan, I have something I want to take you back in time with, which I came around and I found, but it was the self-titled Michael Sweet album
Sure.
back in '94.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this definitely right here brought memories, and yeah, this album right here is just a classic. But oh,
I'll tell you what about that. A quick little story about that album.
yeah,
That came out in '94,
right.
and that was 2 years after I left the band. I left the band in '92. Stryper.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I did, and I wanted to, for many reasons, but primarily I wanted to get my family in order and my faith in order, and I felt like the band was taking priority over that and leading me down, leading all of us, really, not just me, all of us down paths we shouldn't have been on. But
Okay.
that being said, I got back into music, and that's my first solo album. I wanted it to be a little different from Stryper, and it is. It's a
It
little
is.
more.
Yeah.
Some might say a little more corporate sounding, but I've always been a fan of Mutt Lang,
Okay.
and he produced Def Leppard. He produced Bryan Adams,
Oh,
and
wow.
we
Okay.
kind of went for that Mutt Lang sound on that album
Yeah.
to a degree.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, that album's definitely very different from Stryper, and it's that's what stood out was it was different. But I take it, was this your kind of like a testimony of you with the songs on this album of you coming because you said it was after that journey you were a part
Oh
of?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I that's the way I write
Yeah. Okay.
just any time in my life. Every album that I write is always based on emotional experience and
Okay.
what I've been through, uh,
Okay.
what other people around me have been through, and things that I've witnessed and learned from and grown from. That's what I try to write from, and then I also try to really base that on biblical standards. I'm always
Yeah.
looking at through the Bible and at the Bible when I'm writing, and trying to base it on that with everything that I write. Really,
Wow, that's awesome. I'm glad that you do that. You and so who's the main songwriter in the band of Stryper? Is it you and Oz or I mean your brother?
it's well. I mean, my brother writes. Uh, my brother writes.
Yeah. Okay.
He released a solo album, and he's co-written some of the lyrics over the years. But for the
Okay.
most part, if you took all the albums from the very first one to the very last one, which would be no When We Were Kings, so Yellow and
Okay.
Black Attack to When We Were Kings, it would probably break down to I've probably written about maybe 95% of the
Wow.
songs,
That's
and
incredible.
and
Wow.
the reason for that is I've got this ability, good or bad. I've got this ability to write songs.
Okay.
And there's always a song in my head. Like if you came to me and said, "Hey, Michael, will you write an album for me?" And I said, "Yes," I would spend the next week and I would send you an album in a week of songs.
Wow.
It would happen fairly
Yeah,
quickly.
that is
And
quick.
once I go into that mode, it's very easy for me to write. And I just think it's a gift from God,
Yeah,
and I say that humbly as I can. But I mean, I love to write, man. And that's
that's
really, I
awesome.
feel more my purpose in this band than even singing or playing guitar.
Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, and the reason why I asked that question because you said when you do songwriting, you look towards the scriptures and you let that be an influence to help you guide you on that. So that's awesome that you do that.
Absolutely. I look to the Bible. I look to a thesaurus dictionary.
Okay.
I look to a rhyming dictionary.
Okay.
So there's a lot of little
Yeah.
tools and things that I use to write lyrics.
Okay.
And I will say lyrics are much more difficult for me than music. Music comes out constantly, nonstop. There's
Interesting. Okay.
always a melody in my head.
Yeah.
Lyrics take a little bit more work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet. Well, now that we're on the subject of writing music, I mean, I know we have this awesome worship project that's in the works. Your new album, the Master Plan, comes out April 3rd. So, yeah, this is definitely a project that is different, and that's what I'm really looking forward to hearing your story on this. So, the Master Plan, yeah, what's the story behind the Master Plan?
Well, I'll tell you, the Master Plan is an album that's been in the back corners of my mind my entire life. I mean, and when I say that, I mean from the time I really started writing
Wow.
in a serious way, it's the album idea has been in my mind, and what that idea has been early on was more so from a musical point of view of just making an eclectic album that taps into all of my roots, musically speaking, all of my influences. And that's something I've always wanted to do. And
Yeah.
then fast forward, when I became a Christian, I've always wanted to make a quote unquote worship album.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
Although it's been done a million times. And because of that, I don't care for the term worship. It feels a little bit more like a cliche. So
Okay.
I'm calling this an inspirational album, but it is a worship album, and it's just every song's different.
Okay.
You've got a song that has a little Motown to it. You've got a song that sounds a little bit like the Eagles. You've got a song that sounds a little bit like the Beatles. Uh,
Wow.
Another one that sounds like this or that. I mean, every song's different, and I love doing that. I
That's
love it.
awesome. Well, yeah, speaking of that, you just recently, it was yesterday, right? You dropped the song Lord. And when that song
That
came
is
out,
correct. That's the
yeah,
second single.
oh, you kind of froze up there. Oh, there we go. You're back. Okay. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure why. I'm on Wi-Fi, and so internet. I don't know why I would freeze up, but anyway,
yeah, but
ask that one more time.
oh, just now that we're on the subject on the album, the song yesterday just dropped Lord, a new single from the album, which I did listen to and I thought it was incredible. Very different from the song Master Plan. But I was like, wow, this song is yeah, it has a very catchy rhythm to it and it just the lyrics really spoke to me a lot too. What's the
Oh,
song
good man.
yeah,
That's
what's
awesome.
the oh no, I
As
was
you
gonna
could
say what's
hear,
the story behind the Lord? Yeah.
well, I mean, the story behind that song basically is just to focus on the Lord, and,
Okay.
and laying your life down to God. Lord, I am yours. Do with me what you want. Use me how you want.
Mhm.
I want to be used by you.
Yeah,
And that's really just a song to close your eyes and sing along to and just focus on God
that's
is,
awesome.
is all it is. It's very simple. And then the master plan is completely different.
It is.
That's more so talking about taking time to enjoy the little things.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
bird in the air, a child that's born. The things that we get so caught up in this crazy world that sometimes we miss out on the small things, which are what matter the most often.
Mhm.
And you can hear those songs are polar opposites musically,
They
totally
are.
different.
Yeah, very different. And that's thank you for sharing that description on the Master Plan song. That's really means a lot in the way that what you said just really makes sense because actually when I listened to it, you were really saying kind of like we just said, just enjoy the little things here in life, embrace
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm guilty more, probably worse than anybody else, of not doing that because I'm so busy all the time and
Mhm.
recording, touring, whatever it is, and
Right.
flying and driving and, go, 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 go. It's so many times I miss out on what matters. Like Lisa will share with me, hey, did you see that? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And it things like that. And that song's a reminder to, notice the little things which are a gift from God.
Yes. I agree. Yeah, and that's the thing with life, even being a new year, I told myself I really want to embrace just the little things this year, because we're so caught up with what we love doing, which is fine, right? But we got to also take time and just get out and just not be so much in the social media, looking at the phones, being out there and just enjoying just out, walking about in the outside, taking a hike, right? Just enjoying the
Exactly.
scenery, the nature, just what God's creation.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
when you do that and you take the time to do that, you feel renewed.
that's true. Yeah.
You feel like cleansed and energized. And even just as simple as if you're sitting in a chair at an airport,
Yeah.
closing your eyes and praying
Right. Yeah,
instead
very
of
true.
getting stressed out, which is boy, I'm one to talk on that. Uh, but I mean,
Yeah.
just those are the little things that we
Yeah.
forget to do because of this crazy world.
Right. No, I totally agree. Now, the album, The Master Plan, how long has it taken to get this album from the start to where it's at now?
Well, unfortunately, in my mind, I was thinking unfortunately, but I feel like it's God's plan for it to come out now. So fortunately, I'll say, uh, I started on that album writing it during COVID.
Whoa, really? Okay.
Yeah, and
It's been a few
going
years.
through COVID, the first few months being locked in the house, and everyone.
Yeah.
I remember the hopelessness and people feeling like, "Oh my gosh,
Right, right.
what's going to happen?" The fear and doubt. I started writing. I started writing this album, and I hooked up with Jeff Savage, producer, engineer in Nashville,
Okay.
and I started sending him songs. And then he would play. He's a keyboard player as well. He would play keys and kind of add some instruments and send them back. And I would say yes, and I'd send him another one. And we did this for a few months, back and
Real.
forth.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and then it just got put on a shelf because we came out of COVID. Stryper got busy again, and it
Okay.
there wasn't the time to finish the album.
Mm.
And I finally said, I woke up one morning not long ago, about a year ago, actually, and I said, "That's it. This is ridiculous. This album needs to be heard. It needs to get finished." So we went in. We added real drums uh,
Okay.
because we had drum programs before,
Okay.
and we remixed it.
Oh, okay.
And then it became
Oh,
reality. I sent it to the label, a few labels, and Frontiers that Stryper's with. They loved it, and I was surprised by that because they're usually more of a rock or metal, album release label.
yeah.
They don't usually do worship,
Okay.
and they love the album. So and here we go. It's coming out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to hear the full album. I take it April 3rd is the release, right? The official release, April 3rd.
April 3rd, the official release, and I will
Okay.
warn you and everybody listening. Uh, it's very different for me.
Mm.
So if you go in listening with the expectation to hear like a metal album, you're going to be let down.
Or something similar to Stryper, right? Yeah,
It's not.
it's
It's
not.
not at all.
Yeah.
There are a few songs that are reminiscent.
Okay.
A song called "Worship You" that's a little more driving
Okay.
rock, acoustic rock kind of thing. But I mean, and Lord. But for the most part, it's very different.
Very
Very,
different.
oh
Okay.
yeah,
Well, that's a difference good. So I'm glad this is a project that you worked on that is different from everything else. So
oh yeah.
yeah.
I love doing that because what it feels like to me. You remember those? Remember those toys? I forget what they were called. Maybe Etch a Sketch. They
Oh
had
yeah.
two knobs on them,
Right, right. Yeah.
and you would make a picture with the sand in there and everything. And then
Yeah.
after a while, you would shake it and wipe the slate.
Yeah. I remember that.
To me, when I do an album like this, it feels like I'm wiping the slate,
Wow. That's
and I'm
interesting. Yeah.
and I'm starting over and doing something different. It just feels fresh and it doesn't become stale.
That's interesting. Wow. I like that. Good way of putting that out. I wanted to ask, is there anything on this album that is from a probably one of your favorites, but more personal to you? Maybe a journey of maybe some of a road that you were, going through some struggles, anything of a personal testimony on this new album?
Oh yeah, there's a few.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
few songs. There is a song called Desert Dream. And that song I really relate to because I do feel like I'm in the desert sometimes
Wow.
and or in the valley. And you feel lost when you're there sometimes. You almost
Yeah.
feel like maybe God's not there with you.
Yeah,
And
we've all been
you know,
there. Yeah.
we've all been there, and I've been there a few times in my life. And you know, one of those times, obviously, it was when my wife had cancer,
Oh,
in
man.
2007 to 2009, and that was one of those moments in my life.
Yeah.
But you always get through it, and you always find your desert stream, which is God. He's that stream as you're wandering through the desert that you find to drink from
Right.
that keeps you alive. And that's what that song is about. And it's really cool. It's one of my favorites. It may not come out as a single, but everyone will get to hear it once the album comes out. And I love that song. Um,
What's the name of
and
the song again?
it's called Desert Stream.
Desert Stream. Okay. Yeah.
Desert Stream. And it's got a little bit more of like a 70s vibe to it.
Oh,
A
it
little bit.
does. Bit of a 70s. Okay.
And yeah, little more 70s and little Eagles almost in the vocals, just a
Wow.
touch.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's just different, very different
Yeah,
for me.
very different. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, and back to what you were saying about your wife. I lost my late mother to cancer back in 2021, and that
So sorry.
journey, yeah, well, thank you. But that journey, what you mentioned, just where God's with you through that desert, and it definitely was a struggle. Especially losing your mom. I mean, I was very
Yeah,
close to her, but yeah, that's the thing. Certain music does help you, especially Christian music, through the journey as well, and
yeah,
especially K-Love, the radio, just, anytime you put that on, certain songs from that will come and minister to
absolutely.
you at a time when you need that. But yeah, Stryper's music and your music as well has helped a lot through my journey. So
Well, look, that's why we do this. I
yeah,
mean, because we started out not really knowing much about the scriptures when we first began in '83 and '84.
wow,
And we just wanted to be used by God, but we were innocent and four kids that didn't know much of anything. And God used us tremendously. And the whole purpose of this band, and always has been, isn't so much about the music. We love music.
yeah,
But what's more important is the lyric and the message and the eternal factor that comes with that.
right,
You
very,
know, when you hear that lyric and you accept Christ and you give your life to God and you put your faith in God,
right.
that's life altering. That's forever,
Yes, I agree.
and that's the most important part of what we do. You know,
Yeah. At some point in your shows prior, I don't know if you still do it. I haven't been to one of your shows in a while. Do you still hand out Bibles? I think there was a time when you did that, right?
we still do that
You still do. That's awesome. Wow.
every show, and I mean sometimes we're limited. In other words, like if we're traveling over to Spain
Yeah.
and we can only put so much weight in the
Well, true.
suitcases,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
we have to take less than more. But when we're here in the States touring, we travel with Bibles. We've never sold them, always given them.
Wow.
People want to buy them all the time, and we say we don't sell them. You
Yeah.
know,
No, that's
and
good that you give them.
we throw them out at every show.
Yeah. Right.
And to us, it's some people think, oh, that's just a gimmick, and it's not a gimmick. It's something that we've done from day one
Right.
and
Right.
a very important, integral part of who we are. And we want people to receive a Bible, take it home, and read it.
Right. No, I totally agree. And yeah, and those who knows that night, someone with who's never read the Bible will have that and be blessed by you just giving that to them to in the show. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's awesome you do that. So one question on this album, the Master Plan, once it's officially out, do you plan on doing a separate like Master Plan tour for the album?
Well, I mean, in my mind, that's a dream. That would be an absolute dream.
Okay.
The reality of that is, it might be hard to make that happen because here's the thing: uh, Stryper's working on a new album right now,
Oh, no way.
and
Awesome.
it's going to come out this year, which is
This year,
great.
really?
Yeah, it'll come out probably September, October.
Okay.
And the problem with that, when I do a solo album, is usually Stryper takes precedence and priority over the touring schedule. So
I see.
by the time I could plan a solo album, it'd be time for Stryper to get busy. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I wouldn't want to put Stryper on a shelf. So it makes it tricky to not only do solo tours, but to also do side project tours
Mm,
with
okay.
George Lynch or whoever for that matter.
Right, right.
And it's hard to pull it off. But I would certainly love to go out and do a tour based on not just MasterPlan album, but all of my solo albums.
Yeah, no, yeah, I totally agree. Now, I wanted to ask, with this probably a new tour, also with this new Stryper album coming out, would you include maybe one or two of your solo songs from the Master Plan to perform during that tour with Stryper?
You know, just being totally honest, that always feels a little weird.
Does it? Oh, okay.
Not to me,
Oh, okay.
and I don't think it would to fans, but I don't know that it would be a mutual good feeling amongst everyone in the camp to
I
do
see.
that. Because I think everyone kind of has more the mentality of let's keep that separate, or
I
even
see.
if they
Okay.
won't say it, they're
Right,
probably
right.
thinking that. That's the vibe I get,
Okay.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be really cool because there's some really cool solo songs. There's one called "Shine" that Stryper could tear up. There's one
Oh,
called
cool. All
"Save
right.
Me." Stryper could tear up. It's quite a few.
Yeah. No, I am excited to hear the rest of the songs on this album. Do you plan on releasing more singles along the way till April, or is it just those two?
We're releasing a song. I would say it's a ballad, and
Okay.
it's about losing someone.
Oh, okay.
So for you, when you hear it might help you heal with
Yeah.
regarding your mom.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's that kind of a song lyrically,
Okay.
and it's about how we'll see them again,
Oh, wow.
and it's a cool song, man. And then after that, I'm not sure what we're going to release for release day. We'll release another song, and I'm not sure which one yet. We're thinking on
You're
that.
thinking on that. Okay. Yeah, and there's about how many
Yeah,
songs? Like 10 songs on the album?
10 songs.
10.
Uh,
Okay.
and we did an alt mix of one of the master plan actually.
Okay.
Shortened it a little bit and made it a little bit more acoustic. But yeah, there's 10 songs total on the album.
Awesome. Very cool. I'm looking forward to hearing that album. Now, before we close on the this episode, I want to get to a little know your just maybe one of your favorite journeys along with Stryper. Is there maybe a moment from all those years of something that has really stuck with you that because I mean you have it's been a very long time you performing, with Stryper and being part of this incredible journey of just the music and all that, but it's just
Yeah.
like, is there some time frame on that where you just like, you know what, this has always been a part of me of what I've remembered? Maybe one favorite part of along that journey that has stuck with you?
Well, I mean, the thing is you have the Stryper side, historically speaking, but then you
Right.
have just the music in general side, historically speaking, in my life. So the minute I was born, I used to bop. I used to rock back and forth in a chair whenever music would start. My parents said, he's bopping again. And as I would do that, I would make up lyrics. I would
Wow.
write
Okay.
lyrics about my grandmother and this and that when I was a little kid, little
Yeah.
infant. So music has been such a big part of my life,
Yeah.
and it's in my DNA. So there's so many stories about me getting excited about music, whether it was with Stryper, solo back in 94, 95 when I was touring solo. I've got so many great memories of that.
Wow.
Um, and just all the music and the albums over the years. it's very humbling, man. I look back on it and it kind of blows my,
Oh, I
like, you know,
bet. Yeah.
yeah, it really does. But I'm a blessed man. God's really blessed me. I'm still doing music, my
Right.
calling,
Right.
and I'm not working at Home Depot right now, which I could be, but I'm not. And God
Yeah.
bless anyone that does. But
Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
I'm a very blessed man.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot more for Stryper and your own solo albums to be coming out in the future as well. I don't
I
think
hope.
this is going to stop until God calls you home. So,
Yeah, man. And you know what? I'm praying and hoping for many more years to come
right.
of Stryper life and music, and us being able to go out and do what we do. And man, we're always like 18 at heart, right? But I'm going to be 63 in body, and
Really? You're going to be 63.
I'm
Okay.
not getting any younger. I'm really not.
That's right. Give it all your best, man. Every time you have these shows, just make the best of it. So
Exactly.
now I take it when this new Stryper album comes out in September, October, there will be a tour following that, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if that will be following the album release this
This
year,
year? Okay.
because usually we shut down at the end of fall.
Okay.
So I would think, by the time we get into November, we usually don't tour a lot. Uh, I would certainly say next year we would
Next
hit
year.
the ground running, but it could be this year, sure, in terms of touring.
Yeah. And
Uh,
do you have already a title for this Stryper album?
no title. There are a few songs I'm leaning towards it
Okay.
potentially being the title,
Okay. Cool.
but I'm just not 100% sure yet.
All right. Well, I would really love to know. I want to ask you this because I would really regret if I don't. But knowing I'm a musician as well, I play drums, but
Yeah,
there's certain musicians out there, like for me as a drummer, Larry Mullen Jr. from U2, the drummer,
yeah.
he's someone I've always looked up to. Is there any artists that you have looked up to along your journey from back when? Any,
Oh,
singers,
yeah.
songwriters?
Oh man, there's so many artists that I've looked up to. When I first got saved, I loved Sweet Comfort Band,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I mean that's going way back. I
That
love that.
is way back.
Yet before that, the first album I ever bought was Boston.
Oh, wow.
First Boston album.
Really? Okay.
And I absolutely loved it. And then I got into bands like Bad Company and Foghat, classic rock.
Okay.
And then eventually I got into what really changed my life musically in terms of Stryper style is Van Halen,
Oh, yeah.
the first album,
Right.
and also Judas Priest Unleashed in the East, the live album,
Wow. There
as a
you go.
vocalist.
Yeah.
So, a lot of albums have really influenced me over the years. And man, I'm thankful for it. I really am. Very thankful.
Oh, yeah. No, I can imagine great choices too, especially Van Halen. Like, wow. Yeah.
Huge influence on us, on the entire band.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's awesome. Like for me, I mean, I'm all mixed up on different genres, but I sometimes go back to like David Bowie,
Nice.
Brian Ferry from
Yeah.
Roxy Music,
Yeah.
Brian Eno. I mean, there's certain legends from that point too that you're just like, man, when they were in that studio, you're like, how do you do this? Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
The certain style they just create.
it's amazing because it's an art. So that
Yes,
art is coming out of that person,
right.
and every person is unique.
Very unique. Yeah,
And then vocally, there are a lot of people that kind of have similar vocals, but they're, especially back in the 60s and 70s, most everyone had a very unique vocal.
right. Very
Like
true.
you knew it was Bowie the minute he started
Oh
singing.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
There's no denying it.
Right.
And that would apply to, Robert Plant,
Yep. Robert Plant.
Zeppelin. That would apply to David Lee Roth, Van Halen. The minute you hear
Yeah.
him, that's, you know who it is. Um, but I mean, those albums, I love. My musical roots are so vast and wide. I mean, I loved growing up. I would listen to Creedence Clearwater Revival,
Wow.
and I loved it. I would listen to the Bee Gees,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I loved it. And then I would throw on a Ozzy Osbourne album,
Yep. There you
and I
go.
would throw on a Van Halen album, and then I would throw on a Lionel Richie album.
Wow. Yeah.
I just went. It's very. I love just a good song is a good song.
That's right. Very good song.
And that's it. I'm there. If it's a good song sung right and by a good singer, man, I'm there.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, some metal Christian band comes on the radio and you're like, hey, that sounds like Michael Sweet. And there it is, Stryper. And that
Well,
one, you're like, hey, great album, great song, great singer. So
hey, love it or hate it. I tell you what, my voice, I think my voice is one of those unique voices,
very unique
but
voice. Yes.
I think with that comes the love hate. People either love it or they hate it, and that's fine.
No.
But man, I do have a very, and once you hear me singing, it's me,
Oh, of course. Yeah. You have a unique voice just like Bowie and everyone else. So when we hear your voice, you're like, oh, that's Michael Sweet. Yeah. There's no comparison to that. So, well, Michael, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to say for the viewers to find just to stay up.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, likewise.
Oh yeah, yeah. For the viewers to find
Well, they
you.
could go. We've
Yeah.
got all the. You're talking about where viewers can find us on social media?
Yes, like your website or does
Okay.
Striper have a website, social media to stay updated on the master plan if they want to pre-order the album. I don't know if it's going to be a physical album, but if they can order it, also stay
Yeah,
updated on
yeah.
the Striper information.
Yeah, you can basically probably the best way to stay updated is on my Instagram account, which
Okay.
is Michael Sweet, or my Facebook account,
Okay.
which I think just Michael Sweet. I'm not sure, but I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram all the time.
Okay.
Posting. Striper, of course, has Instagram and Facebook as well. But to stay up on the master plan,
Yeah.
I would say probably through my Facebook and my Instagram because I'm posting something every day about it.
Awesome. Okay. I'll make sure to put those links below. So, well,
Okay,
thank you
man.
again.
Perfect.
It's been such a blessing, Michael Sweet, to have you on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas, sharing your testimony, your story, and the journey with the master plan. Looking forward to the album coming out April 3rd. If you want to pre-order it, just follow Michael Sweet's Instagram and all the information will be there. And if you'd like
Yes.
to come on Rhythm and Roads and share your story, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. I believe every story matters and every story can impact someone's life. So if you want to come on and share your testimony or story, you're always welcome. So, well, Michael Sweet, thank you again for coming on Rhythm and Roads. Guys, it's Joshua Jacob, Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.